Hello and welcome to another live stream in virtual reality. This is our third test run in the UK, and tonight we're flying from Liverpool, Echo Golf Golf Papa, to Edinburgh, Echo Golf Papa Hotel in the Challenger 650 business jet in virtual reality. And we're looking down now on Liverpool Airport, one runway 0927. I think we're using 27 this evening. Let's go down to the aircraft. On the tarmac, the mighty Challenger 650 by Hotstart. Beautiful aircraft. Liverpool John Lennon Airport, for those who are not familiar with it. Named after John Lennon, of course, of the Beatles. Inside the terminal building are, all around the walls, lyrics from John Lennon songs. I was there myself about a month ago for the first time. Very nice airport, very quick to get through, not too busy. So let's get in the aircraft for our short flight. Today is a quite auspicious day in VATSIM terms because it's crossed the pond eastbound, which means hundreds of aircraft are streaming across the Atlantic all day to Europe and South Africa. It's been quite a sight to witness, actually, I have to say. I've been following it today before this stream, so well done to all those pilots who've crossed the pond today. Quite a flight. Ours is slightly shorter, I'm delighted to tell you. Just up to Edinburgh today, and let's go around the cockpit just to show those of you who are not familiar with the tribulations of virtual reality about getting stuff which should be very obvious into the cockpit. There's Avatab on the right, which is a great bit of kit. Works with any X-plane aircraft. It's free and allows you, if you've got subscription, to access the Navigraph charts, one of which we're looking at there. Absolutely brilliant. That's our Navigraph chart for Liverpool. Over here is SimBrief OFP, another flight, another free app for XP12. Very nice it is too, because that enables us to bring the downloaded SimBrief plan straight into the simulator in virtual reality. Again, easy to do if you've got flat screens, but not easy to do if you've got virtual reality. A lot of programs just simply you can't get into VR. Well, that one comes in natively, I'm delighted to say. There's our flight plan for tonight. Liverpool runway 27, Pole Hill departure, IMPIP arrival into Edinburgh. Over here is the nearby ATC, that's X-Pilot, the VATSIM client for X-Plane. And the kind of killer application is the one down here, which is called Open Kneeboard, and this is a superb program, again free, initially designed for DCS, which allows you to bring not only a notepad into X-Plane, which I'm looking at now. I've made this notepad up basically so I can jot down information, and I can physically write on a pad in front of me. There we are, that's what I'm doing there. I can rub that out, so I can put test, I can rub that out. So I can actually use that like a pen and paper, which for virtual reality is just a godsend. But the real killer part of the application, I always say it, is the ability to bring external applications running on your PC into X-Plane in VR. And there's one of them running now. You've got two knee pads. That's my second knee pad, and that's running Sky Demon. I'm just flicking through here the various apps I've got open. That's Chrome, showing us VAT glasses. And there's Sky Demon. So that's an actual app running on the PC. We can now bring and interact, limited interaction, but we can interact with that in the aircraft, which has been an absolute godsend for any VR users. As I say, initially designed for DCS, where you would literally have the knee boards on your knee. So tonight we're going to use all of these devices to enable us to use VR. So let's start by getting the aircraft sorted out. And in order to do that, we're going to use the flight management computers. There are 3 of them in the Challenger. And what we'll do is we'll zoom in so you can see a little bit clearer what's going on in virtual reality. Okay, let's start by getting the correct database here, the October 23 one. There we go, September to October 23. Pos in it. Not absolutely required in the Challenger, but we'll place it there anyway. Then we'll go to the index, route menu, flight plan recall, and we'll grab our flight plan from SimBrief. Type in the number that we've told SimBrief to expect from us, send. That will then interrogate the SimBrief and come back with our pre-loaded flight plan. Wonderful. Might take a second or two to do. At the moment, we could usually get weather meters on here, on any of the FMCs, but that's been broken by NOAA, the American weather people, who've broken the link. It has been fixed in the Challenger, not yet been released, so we can't see the weather in here. We're on VATSIM. If the controller is sending an ATIS, or we have a controller, we can get that ATIS. I don't think, let's just have a look here. We've got the controller controlling Liverpool. I think it's probably going to be Scottish Centre by the look of it. That's the EGGP part down there. Manchester Centre, Scottish Control, 133.2. He may not have provided an ATIS for Liverpool, but let's give it a go. Echo, Golf, Golf, Papa. If he hasn't, it will return no digital ATIS available. Let's have a look. Send. It'll beep. Received. No digital ATIS available, as I suspected. Not to worry, we'll plough on. We have received our flight plan though. Data link flight plan loaded. It goes into the secondary flight plan of the Challenger. You activate it and you execute it. And we can then put in our departure and arrival information. As I mentioned, we have it here. That's the Pole Hill 4 Tango off runway 27. So we'll put that in, Pole Hill 4 Tango off runway 27. Departure arrivals, Pole Hill 4 Tango, there it is, runway 27. Execute. And the INPIP 1 Echo departure, arrival into Edinburgh 06. INPIP 1 Echo, that's what we're looking for. So departure arrival index, EGPH arrivals, INPIP 1 Echo, ILS 06. Execute. Grand. Unable flight plan altitude. I think we'll probably manage that. We'll see what we've got here. Perf init. Flight level 240. I think it'll be fine with that, but just check we haven't got any discontinuities. That's normally a giveaway for having a discontinuity. Well, we've got one at the end there, but that's towards the ILS, so we'll leave that as it is. I think we'll be fine with that. Flight level 260, it's saying INPIP is not going to reach that. Interesting. Well, let's plough on and see how we get on. Perfinit. Flight level 240, and why does it put 260 there? Hmm. 240. There we go. Done. All right. Perf. Init. 240. Fuel we can sense from the actual aircraft. 2140, 2180. Put that delete over there, gives us 4320 total, which is correct. Passengers and cargo we can get from our sim brief plan down here. We've got 5 passengers tonight, 75 cargo. So let's put that in. 5 into the passengers and 75 cargo. Not taking much with them tonight. What's that? 15 kilos each. Get more than that on Ryanair. Okay, takeoff. We're going to need some weather for this. As I say, the weather we can't get because of the broken METARs on NOAA, but we can get it from here, which is Habitab. That's showing us 100 degrees at 11 knots for Liverpool. 100 /11. Outside air temperature is 12 degrees and the QNH is 983. Very low. 983. Next, centre of gravity trim 21, and we'll send those V speeds. Now it's saying check takeoff performance, so it thinks we're not for some reason. Let's have a look. I see, tailwind component. I think we'll be okay with that. Alrighty, so we've done the V speeds, they've now appeared here in magenta. We can get the winds aloft, we can go to index, we can go to route menu, flight plan wind update, send that. Takes a little while to come through. While we're doing that, let's set up the rest of the flight controls, the autopilot panel. I use physical knobs and buttons on something called an X-Touch Mini. I've got two of them, and they talk to a program contained in X-Plane, an add-on program, so I can physically turn knobs. So for example, if I change the speed now, if you look where my mouse is pointing, there's the speed up there. I can physically reach out for the knob that I know controls the speed, and I can change that speed like that, which is fantastic for VR. So we'll set that at 200. We'll set our QNH, which was 983. Very, very low, 983. Clocks go back in the UK tonight, the end of British summertime, how very appropriate. 983 here as well. And the co-pilot's PFD is synced to the pilots. Okay, 983 is done. Altitude, so we're on, what did we say our departure was? It's a pole 4 Tango. So let's have a look at what that may look at. Pole Hill 4 Tango. Departure. There it is. Transition altitude is 5,000. Scottish Centre. So taking off, runway 27, left turn to join at 240 outbound to Pole Hill. Now we have Pole Hill 3000 at or above and 4000 at D242Z. Pole Hill itself 4000, that's correct. Okay. So our restriction is 4000 then on this departure. So we need to put that as our altitude. And here it comes, 4000. In blue, that's our manual input, that's the FMC calculated in magenta. FMS1 is set as the navigation source. V speeds are set, V rotate at 124, 200 knots. We need to program nav on the autopilot. That'll give us roll pitch information. So that's kind of done on the FMC. We should now have, yeah, we got the winds, we've executed that, all done then. Alrighty. So let's go through our checklists here. Now, because we're in VR, we don't do the whole walk around FBO part of the Challenger. It's quite a big part for the people who are using flat screens. They enjoy doing the walk around and pulling the PITA covers off and doing the oil and all of that. It's not really possible in VR, so we're at the point now where we're in the aircraft and we're about to finish the flight compartment checklist and move on to the before start checklist.
Set. Flight compartment checklist complete. Engine start checklist next.
Okay, so we'll do the engine start checklist once we've spoken to our controller. So looking again at that, it looks like our controller is, we said Scottish Centre, I think, didn't we? Manchester Centre 133.2 is what we need. So let's contact him and see how we go from there. Tuning 1332. Okay, so we should Pole Hill 4 Tango, but it should.
SpiceJet 837, turn right at 340 degrees.
Turning right 340 degrees, special 8.
1 Kilo Victor, descend flight level 80. Shuttle 3 Delta Scottish Control, squawk 6241.
Squawk 6241, Shuttle 3 Delta.
Scottish Control, this is Shamrock 15 Tango, climbing to flight level 230.
Shamrock 15 Tango, Scottish Control, hello, climb flight level 270.
Climb 270 for Shamrock 15 Tango.
Scottish Control, hello, November 5084 Victor, Challenger 650 on the ground, Liverpool stand 56 for clearance to Edinburgh.
5084 Victor, Scottish Control, hello, cleared Edinburgh, Pole Hill 4 Tango departure, squawk 4450, left the QNH 982 hectopascals.
Pole Hill 4 Tango 4450 on the squawk and copy the QNH for 84 Victor, and we don't require a push, we're ready for start.
My brake, select jet 834, turn left at 160 degrees.
Four, 5, 0.
Jet 834, 837, turn left at 160 degrees.
Right 160 degrees, special 837.
On you back. Retreat Delta, climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270, Shuttle 3 Delta.
November 84 Victor is ready for start, we don't require a push at Liverpool.
84 Victor, the start is approved.
84 Victor will call you for taxi.
6 Charlie Golf Hotel, descent altitude
Right.
4,500 feet, the QNH 983 hectopascals.
Turn him down a bit. Let's do our before start checklist.
Engine start checklist. Doors
Are closed.
closed. Parking brake and pressure
Is set.
checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance
2120, 2190, 4310.
checked. Beacon
Coming on.
on. Fuel boost pumps
Coming on.
on. Ignition
Alpha.
armed. Engine 2 start.
Press the button. Hold it down. We have a start. We have an N2 rise. At 20% we add the fuel. We'll then get a rise in N1 and ITT.
Fuel system
Fuel system, we can turn both fuel pumps off or watch the CAS. Right fuel pump, left fuel pump, hydraulic 1 low pressure and 1 more to come. left fuel, low pressure. That's what we're expecting. So we can turn those pumps back on again. That's checked. And let's move on the checklist.
Checked. Engine 1 start.
Engine 1 start, same procedure, hold in. Over light, we wait for 20% on the N2. We add the fuel. We're looking for it to stabilise at first, so the first numbers here it should be 2, 4, 6. So 26, 4 something, and then 60 something. That looks like a good start. Waiting for this one to stabilise.
Engine start checklist complete.
Roger.
After start checklist, next.
After start.
After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2.
Coming on.
On, checked AC and DC. Ignition.
Ignition can come off.
Disarmed. Packs. On.
On.
14th stage.
Which is over here.
Open. Flight controls.
Full and free.
Checked. Ground spoilers.
Armed and auto.
Checked. Stowed. Auto. Flight spoilers.
We can see them there.
Checked.
Done.
Stowed. Fuel balance.
It's checked.
Checked. Trims.
We've got rudder, aileron, and we've got 5 on the stabilizer trim. Got that 4.8.
3 set for takeoff. No steer.
Armed.
Armed. APR.
It's checked.
Checked. Armed. 14 stage isolation valve.
It's checked.
ATS.
Auto throttle system. We'll press the button on the side. We've got that assigned to a button on our throttle.
N1 TO.
N1 TO.
TCAS.
TO.
TARA.
TCAS is set.
Checklist complete.
Okay, so we've got
Taxi
TO.
checklist next.
M1 TO. And we're ready for taxi. So, runway 27. Should be taxiing to Alpha, to the hold Alpha 1. November 84, Victor is ready for taxi at Liverpool.
November 84, Victor, taxi loading point Alpha 1, runway 27.
Alpha 127, 84 Victor. Right.
Answer 1 Kilo Victor, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Parking brake is released. As the rain starts. Round she comes to the right. And we'll start our taxi checklist.
Checklist. Taxi lights.
Roger, 127,
Bring a cow anti-ice.
To a general Virgin 17.
Norm on or off. Brakes and steering.
What temperature do we have, in fact? Just check that. We've got a temperature of 11 degrees, so I think we don't need the anti-ice for now. Brakes and steering, we shall check that. Right brake, left brake, turning right, heading moving right, turning left, heading moving left. Checked.
Checked. Reverse thrust. Checked. Flaps 20. Altimeters.
That's 20.
Set and cross checked. Radar weather.
Not required.
On. Takeoff briefing.
We don't really have the radar weather yet in X-plane. We're all anxiously waiting for that.
Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The
there's
quality
a
is
thing.
guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. Turn it on /off /customize. Go to Streamrees RU.
Well, thank you so much for that, but I don't want it. I've never heard that before. Lovely. So, taxiing towards Alpha 1, runway 27. Carry on.
Reviewed. Taxi checklist complete.
Before takeoff checklist.
Next. Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advise on. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice. Norm,
Not required.
on or off. Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
Takeoff config is okay.
Checked. Landing, pulse, retoggle lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Turn
After
down
takeoff checklist next.
VATSIM a little. Right, so we're taxiing out on a rainy day in Liverpool. To the hold Alpha 1.
Schedule 3 Delta, Scottish.
Schedule 3 Delta.
Hi, because you departed without a clearance apparently, before I took over. There's a flow restriction into Heathrow, so there are no arrivals for probably the next 40 minutes that aren't event traffic. So I could either hold you in the air inside my airspace, or you can divert somewhere else. What's your options?
That's the cross the pond traffic.
Go for a hold. Okay, in that case, at Croft, enter right hand orbits until right.
That's Croft, enter right hand orbits, Schedule 3 Delta.
That's assuming he has a 45-minute delay.
Flight level 280. Correction, flight level 270.
Flight level 270 for hold at Croft, to the right, Schedule 3 Delta.
Panda 1 Kilo Vector, contact Manchester Tower, Bomber 8.625. 8487 Foxtrot, descend flight level 80.
Descend to flight level 80, 8487 correction. Scottish.
Right, so that's Alpha 1,
Shamrock 274.
ready to go. We can lose that now.
Landing control on frequency 121.025. Rivet 11 Hotel, contact London 121.025.
Contact London 121.225, Stuart 1 Hotel.
121.025.
121.025, 1 Hotel.
Scottish Control, Apex 9 Charlie, Harden, requesting taxi included.
November, I've just had a traffic alert.
Okay, well, there's some traffic on VATSIM, so. Apex 9 Charlie, clear to Farnborough, via the Wrexham 5 departure, runway 22, squawk 5437.
Apex 9 Charlie, clear to Farnborough, Wrexham 5 Charlie, 5437.
November 84 Victor's ready to go, Alpha 127 Liverpool.
November 84 Victor, runway 27, clear for takeoff, surface wind Liverpool 100 degrees, 90 knots.
Clear takeoff, runway 27, 84 Victor. No traffic on final. No windscreen wipers on a Challenger, interestingly.
Looks at 5744, inbound Lakey and flight level 2214200.
Looks verify 744 Scottish Control, roger.
Control, good day, United 30 inbound City,
Okay, so there's our departure.
30
Taking off,
Scottish Control,
turning right,
roger.
intercepting. Ready to go. Okay,
127, contact landing control 133.705.
take our thrust. A little bit of forward pressure.
105, Virgin 127.
Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Release the forward pressure.
V1, rotate.
2713, Scottish Control, hello, climb now, flightable 190. Climb down on 190.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Into the clag we go.
Course, British 487, Foxtrot, back to the ledge, runway 23 right, flight heading 030 degrees.
Flaps coming up.
Flight heading 030 degrees, easy for us, full short.
Passing 700 feet, autopilot engaged. Aircraft's climbing. Should make a right turn.
Apex 9 Charlie, when ready, you can taxi turning point November 1, runway 22 via Juliet in November. Apex 9 Charlie, when ready, taxi turning point November 1, runway 22 via Juliet in November.
Juliet, November, Apex 9. Charlie.
Wow.
47 Foxtrot, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 983 hectopascal.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear.
4,000 feet, connect.
Up. Flaps.
Connect again, easy for us, full short.
47 Foxtrot, QNH
Thrust
983 hectopascals.
Connection,
Off. Ignition.
Bank angle. Bank
Off.
angle. Bank
Pressurization.
Bank angle. Bank
Checked.
angle.
Pax transition.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Horrible turbulence. X-plane 12 turbulence for you.
Completed. N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs.
Sherman 15 Tango, contact landing control 121.025. Contact landing 121.025, Sherman 15 Tango, thank you, bye-bye.
November 84, Victor 4000 looking for higher.
November 5084, Victor, climb now, flight level 240.
Thank you, 8240 for 84 Victor. Great. Get out of this chop. 240. There we go. Flight level change. Then we'll go to VNAV. Perf, resume 250 knots climb. That's active. It's in magenta. We've got a 4,000 restriction which is not going to let us go past at the moment, so we need to delete that. Clear delete. That. Clear delete. That. Execute it. Let's try that again. Flight level change. Now it should go. There we go. That was a bumpy departure out of Liverpool there. Passing 5,000. Standard barometer. 1013 is checked. And 1013. One of the things you can do is pop out quite a lot of these instruments in the Challenger. Didn't actually mean to pop that one out, but just shows you can do it. Turn it down a little bit there, the brightness. Good. Out we go. Much clearer. And there we are now on VAT glasses. The orange aircraft in the bottom there. Good thing about VAT glasses is it tracks your aircraft by VATSIM. So you put in your CID number, your VATSIM number, and it will display the sectors that you should be talking to at whatever altitude you're at. So at the moment that says at 4,000. It will change in just a moment. See that there, displaying sectors at 4,000. That'll change in a moment as we climb, and it will tell us what centre we need to be talking to, if anybody. Right, let's get the aircraft quietened down by putting the Bose headset on here. Lovely, that's better. I know some people watching do like to hear aircraft sound on departure. Let's finish the after takeoff checklist.
On offer auto. CAS.
135.250, goodbye.
It's clear.
Clear. After takeoff checklist complete.
Okay.
That was just noise, but easy step 13, contact London 135.250. Still just noise. Easy 47, full short turn left, heading 200 degrees, clear now, that's runway 23 right.
Right. It's quite odd, there are two controllers talking on the same frequency there. I guess they're mentoring them. Okay, so we can do the Liverpool charts now. We're on our way to Pole Hill.
Sorry, 970, fly heading 340 degrees, vector there, that's runway 23 right, Manchester.
EGPH. That's Edinburgh. 8,000 metres in rain and drizzle. Nice.
United 30, Scottish.
Airport chart. We'll just get some of these ready. We've got some time.
30, Scottish.
It's an IMPIP 1 Echo. There it is.
Ryanair 5, Romeo Hotel, Scottish.
Into 06.
Luxair 5744, descent flight level 90. 90, Luxair 5744. Ryanair 5, Romeo Hotel, Scottish.
Okay. All good.
608 Mike, Scottish control. I mean, that departure is supposed to go right, then left, but never mind. Climb now. Flight level 190. Scope 5660. 5660, right, 5 for Romeo Hotel. 47 Foxtrot, contact the tower, 118.625.
118.625 for 47 Hotstart, bye-bye.
Okay, turning left at Pole Hill shortly.
Tower 970, the descent to altitude 6,000 feet, Manchester, QNH 983 hectopascals.
6,000 for the January 3, January Juliet.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Hotel, stop climb for level 280.
And that's where we are. Here. About to make that left turn. And there it goes. Left at Pole Hill.
Scottish control, good evening, Hotel 77 with you, passing flight level 204. That's the 977, Scottish control, hello, climb flight level 280. Going 280, Hotel 977.
Okay, let's see if we've got some ATIS for Edinburgh. I don't think we will have, but let's check anyway. Index. Data link.
Sorry, 970, descent to
ATIS.
altitude 5,000 feet.
EGPH. Arrival. Send that.
November 5084 Victor, it's an IMPIP 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh.
IMPIP 1 Echo, 84 Victor. received ATIS. We do! Fantastic. In which case, let's make that a continuous report, auto update. We can start putting that perf data in the FMC now. So we go to perf menu, approach, switch it over to Edinburgh. The wind 070 degrees 13 knots. Outside air temperature plus 11 and 987. 11 degrees 987 hectopascals. Next, there's our V speeds for landing. Send those, they will turn magenta. They'll now appear on our speed tape. 12635, thank you for your service, 84 Victor. 126.3, 84 Victor. Scottish, hello, November 84 Victor, flight level 240. Input 1 Echo, 84 Victor. Great. Looking good. So that's all done, we're ready. So input 1 Echo, input at flight level, I see why we had the 260 earlier on. That's right, well we could have gone higher in that case then. That's fine, we're at 240. Let's have a look at our progress here. Top of descent is 50 miles away, 50 miles. And what is the descent? Input 1 Echo, 70 by Tartan. There's input 70 by Tartan. We'll close that up. Looks like we're going to get vectored, which is good. All looking good. Up the west coast of the United Kingdom. Precisely there. Over the lakes, in fact, there's Windermere to the left. Those not familiar, the Lake District of England, very beautiful place. Flown over it many times. Quite spectacular. There's Windermere. Oh. When ready, flight level 200 to be leveled by IMPIP 84 Victor. Okay. In rev at flight level 200 as per the star 84 Victor. There's another station trying to call. Flight level 200, we're set. It'll begin its descent on its own because we are in VNAV mode. No need for it to do that yet. Top of descent 35 miles away. There is a top of descent just appearing. all good. I hope it's making sense, the virtual reality world, for those who've never seen it before. It's not the easiest watch on a 2D screen. Some people don't like watching VR, so it gives them a headache on a 2D screen. That's because we're moving our head around, of course, in the cockpit a lot, which people who are flying on a 2D screen wouldn't be doing. I can assure you that inside the goggles, it's an experience quite unlike any other. It's the closest you're going to get to being there. It really is quite extraordinary. X-Plane not really up to speed on VR yet in version 12. They haven't done a lot of work on it. It's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good. Just let him finish talking first. Nowhere near as good as FS 2020, which is outstanding in VR. The Challenger is a two-pilot aircraft. You heard the first officer talking, the virtual first officer earlier on. That's Toto, the designer of the aircraft. And he does some of the work for you, which is fantastic. Have a little look outside, not much to see. Down below us is the ortho scenery. So in other words, accurate ground scenery, which really brings us up to speed here in X-Plane. Used to be a trauma to download literally gigabytes of ortho scenery. I think I ended up with some colossal amount of terabytes of the stuff. But now I'm simply using ortho, which works. It's a bit of black magic to get it work on certain computers, but once you've got ortho working, it's set and forget, and you never have to worry about downloading ortho tiles ever again. Oh, we have an Edinburgh Tower. 118705. We'll park today, I think, on the north apron. As I was approaching IMPIP.
Alpine 8636 Scottish.
Beautiful.
8636 Scottish control.
So there is our VNAV path in magenta. In just a moment, we'll get these restrictions on the right in magenta. First of them will be 200 at INREV. And that V path will start down. There we go. 240, we're already at that. We're past the 240 IMPIP. We're now starting down to flight level 200. Just past IMPIP, so we're on our way down now to the flight level 200. There it is. That's the V path, and that's our vertical descent. We're descending at 300 knots, controlled by the computer.
Alpine 8636 Scottish control. Scottish control, good evening, Alpine 8636. Alpine 8636, hello again, got
There we are. With the orange
636 route direct to Haven.
there.
Direct to Haven, line 8636. Easy 102, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, Edinburgh, QNH 987 hectopascals.
I'm going to get down to this.
November 84, Victor, descent to flight level 180.
Flight level 18084 Victor.
November 84, Victor, fly heading 335, Victor's ILS, runway 06.
Heading 335, Vector's ILS 0684 Victor. Okay, 180, we'll start our descent checklist then.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness.
Head on. Heading now.
Passenger
We're in heading
signs.
mode.
And you've got around about 2/8 track miles to touchdown. Turn
Auto,
right,
auto.
heading
Pressurization.
30 degrees.
Checked sea level.
Set. Fuel quantity and balance.
1800, 1880, 3680.
Checked. FMS, landing data, charts.
Checked.
Programmed, set. Approach briefing.
Ryanair 444.
So vectored approach.
Reviewed. VNAV transition flight level. Set.
Okay.
Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
Okay, so we're on a heading. 06.
705. Alright, 705, right now 444, thank you.
So it's 108.9. Should be auto-tuned.
November 84, Victor, descend the flight level 130.
Further descent flight level 130 over 84 Victor.
And just for your descent plan, then you've got around about 4 track miles to touchdown.
Thank you, 84 Victor. Okay. Okay, we need to help it down. The speed here, bit of speed brake. Try and get it down. Everything happens quite fast now, so what we're going to do is take our in-range checklist slightly early.
In range checklist. APU.
We'll get started by the first officer.
Started. Altimeters.
We will set them in a moment.
Reset, cross-checked. Avionics.
Are checked.
Set. External lights. On. N1 target.
We need to set that. That's a performance number which we can put in here. 91 is a good number.
Delta, Scottish Control, good evening, climb now.
It must
Set.
have a target.
50.
Ice. Cow anti-ice on. Wing anti-ice on. We've set a performance target. Now he will
APU PAX transition.
do the pack transition for us. It's all happening very fast now.
Easy 3246, Scottish Control, good
Avail
evening.
completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
It's checked.
Checked. In range checklist complete. Before landing checklist next.
Okay. Looking good. Everything happened very fast there.
The uniform whiskey to start it. Negative. We can take any direct or radar vectors.
Okay, display menu will have takeoff and approach reference.
Easy 102, turn right, heading 030 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 06.
Ground surface is currently on the side 06. Easy rotation.
November
130.
84, descend the flight level 70.
Flight level 7084 Victor.
Scottish Control, helicopter Golf Echo Romeo Juliet Whiskey is
all the way down to 7.
1,300, just exiting north the VOP at Kelty at the Edinburgh airspace, just passing by Fort Frey Bridge now.
Golf Romeo Whiskey, Roger, is the radar control service for the moment.
The wing and cow anti-ice are now both on. Takes a while for the wing one to come on.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet descend the flight level.
Let's start slowing this aircraft now. Let's take a manual speed of 220, which brings us below the first flap limiting speed.
460, descend the flight level 200. Descend flight level 200, AZ3246.
Give it some speed brake help. Target speed of 220.
Golf Juliet Whiskey, what service are you requesting outside control airspace?
Basic service will be fine for us, Golf Juliet Whiskey.
Golf Juliet Whiskey, Roger, there'll be basic service outside.
Basic service outside, Golf Juliet Whiskey.
We need to set our minimums. Everything happening very fast now. 310.
Alpine 8636, climb flight level 290.
Refs.
Climb flight level 290,
Barrow.
636.
310. Set.
November 84, Victor, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, 10 QNH 986 hectopascals.
6,000 feet, 986, 84 Victor.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet
986
30 degrees, descent, flight level 100.
is set and selected.
Descent 100, Ryanair 7 Whiskey.
986
Easy 102, contact Edinburgh Tower now 118.705, good evening.
is set.
Alpine 8636, contact Scottish 134.775, good evening. Alpine 8636, thank you very much, and have a nice evening.
Let's get a vertical speed down.
November 84 Victor, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet for 84 Victor.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, going to bring you in on a base leg, runway 06, descent
First
to flight level
stage of flap.
70. Level 70 base leg 06, Ryanair, what's service Juliet?
And we'll slow to 200 knots.
Hello, Scottish Control. This is Lufthansa 1711.
Lufthansa 1711, Scottish Control, good evening. Report your passing altitude.
Passing altitude 3,500.
Lufthansa 1711, thanks. Climb now, flight level 2.
Come on, down you go.
Flight level 240, Lufthansa 11.
Roger, flight level 200, easy 3946. Easy 3246, expect further descent in 5 miles due to the base of controlled airspace. It's going to be easy 3246.
Scottish Control, Ryanair 2 Charlie Charlie with you, descending to 260.
And there's the ghost localizer.
Ryanair 2 Charlie Charlie, Scottish Control, good evening, in PIP 1 Echo arrival, descend the flight level 220.
In PIP 1 Echo arrival, descent, flight level 220, Ryanair 2 Charlie Charlie.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, descent at altitude 6,000 feet. QNH is at 986 hectopascals. You've got around about 28 track miles.
Roger that, 6,000 feet, and...
That's another
96 hectopascals.
ACARS message from the tower.
Helicopter Golf Juliet Whiskey just reporting passing VRP County.
197 is our speed.
November 84 Victor, right heading 035, cleared ILS approach, runway 06.
035 on the heading, cleared ILS 06, 84 Victor.
Easy 3246, descend, flight level 160. Descend level 160, easy 3246. Easy 3246, continue present heading.
Approach is armed. Localizer 1.
Heading easy 3246.
Glide slope.
LM67 Delta, route direct to AGPED. Direct AGPED, KLM67 Delta.
There we go, green needles.
Golf Juliet Whiskey is a basic service.
Localizer established. Just coming in now. Localizer 1. Waiting for glide capture.
2500.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, descend altitude 4,000.
Next stage of flat.
Left, heading 295. Left 295 down to 4,000 feet, Ryanair 7 Juliet. KLM 67 Delta, contact Scottish Control 134.775, bye-bye. 134.775, thank you so much.
We're 1 dot above, we'll take the gear.
Bye. Lufthansa 1711, Scottish.
Lufthansa 1711.
Yeah, you're miles off your track there. I don't know if your FMC, your autopilot's disconnected. So you can make a left turn now, heading 260 degrees.
We'll go 160 knots.
Left turn heading 260 degrees. Yeah, we'll try to get that fixed.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever. Down indicated. No steer. Armed
118.705, thanks for the service,
Anti-skid.
84 Victor.
Armed tested. Passenger signs. On. Wings, cowl, anti-ice.
Delta Edinburgh Tower, hello, hold position after departure runway 06.
2500.
You clear the left-hand visual circuit, not above 2,000 feet, VFR, QNH 986 hectopascals, squawking please 7010.
Hold where we are now, and after departure, left-hand circuit is not above 2,000 feet, VFR, squawk 7010, Golf 69 Papa Hotel Delta, thanks. From Bravo 1, you cleared takeoff runway 06, the wind 070, read 3 knots.
Edinburgh Tower, hello, November 84 Victor, 7 miles for 06.
November 84 Victor, Edinburgh Tower, hello, continue approach runway 06. Traffic you may see just getting airborne into the left-hand visual circuit, Cessna 172.
Roger that, we'll keep a look at 84 Victor. Okay, our VREF is 132.
5.
There's our heads-up display, which is rather wonderful. And let's slow it down now to 132. 132. Okay, continue the full landing checklist.
Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. CAS.
Clear.
Checked. Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
1000.
1,000 feet. Not yet visual.
November 84 Victor, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear to land 06, 84 Victor. Okay, set the missed approach. Go around is 3,000 feet. We'll bug the runway heading, and we're clear to land with visual. Okay, we can lose the horrible day.
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, established ILS 06.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, Tower, hello, continue for 06, the wind 070 degrees at 13 knots, and traffic is a Cessna 172 just into the left-hand visual circuit.
Autopilot is disconnected, my aircraft.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet.
Wind is pretty much straight down the runway. Two reds, two whites. Looking good. Slightly low. Slightly left of centre line.
100. Light 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers, spoilers.
Golf Papa Hotel Delta, thanks. There's a Ryanair 737 currently on a 5-mile final. Report traffic inside.
Braking.
I have the traffic, Golf 69, Papa Hotel Delta.
Golf Papa Hotel Delta, thanks. Report final for runway 06, number 2 to that Ryanair.
Charlie one.
Separation 7 miles.
We'll get off here.
Report final and second to the Ryanair, Golf Hotel Delta.
Golf Hotel Delta, I got your wake separation wrong, it's for the Ryanair 737, it'd be 5 miles. But it's at your discretion.
Roger, Golf Hotel Delta.
84 Victor is clear at Charlie 3.
Number 84 Victor, thanks, welcome to Edinburgh, contact the ground please, 121755.
121755, 84 Victor.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear land 06, Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet.
121755, so get ready to write down the taxi instructions. Ground, hello, November 84 Victor, just vacated at Charlie, looking for the North Apron, if possible.
November 80, correction, November 84 Victor, you can taxi any stand on the North Apron via Alpha and Papa.
Standard choice, Alpha and Papa, 84 Victor, thank you. So that's Alpha to the left, and then Papa to the right.
16 Alpha, contact the tower, now 118.1705, bye-bye.
After landing checklist.
After landing checklist. Landing pulse recog lights. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off. Probes. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice.
You can take that off now.
On or off. Spoilers. Stowed. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
Okay, that's Alpha. Second right should be Papa. And there it is there. Very good. That's funny, I've changed the buttons over for my head-up display and reverse thrust there. I switched them round, so that's why the head-up display came back down when we were landing there and we were stuck in reverse for a while. I've forgotten I'd changed the buttons over.
Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet, Edinburgh Ground, hello, taxi stand 1 Bravo via Alpha and Echo.
There's Papa.
Stand 1 Bravo via Alpha and Echo, Ryanair 1, correction, Ryanair 7 Whiskey Juliet.
Let's take her in here, I think. Right, parking brake set. Which it is, okay.
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights.
Okay, this is me to do this.
Off.
Taxi lights off.
Parking brake.
Set.
Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2. Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps.
Off.
Off. Fuel system.
Yep, that's cool.
Check. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
Yep, it is.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS.
Standby.
Standby 0. Parking brake if chocked. Off.
Not chocked.
Passenger signs. Off. Cabin differential. 0 PSI. Engine shutdown checklist complete. Securing checklist next.
We're back at Edinburgh then. That's great. So hope you enjoyed that. Pretty good trip. No catastrophes. Horrible weather. Aircraft performed well. Few of the things I miss out on the checklist. That's just bad practice on my part. Need to get the act together there. It's quite a handful, the aircraft, with one pilot, and you don't get the hints in when you're flying this aircraft in 2D. You get hints coming up on the screen which show you what it is you're supposed to be doing as pilot in command, whereas you don't see those hints in VR. So it's a matter of remembering exactly what your role is at each point. So it's a little bit more challenging. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching Wake Vortex. We'll be back soon with another VR stream. Thank you very much indeed for your company.